Vikings sign wide receiver Albert Wilson. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. Vikings making some moves, adding some depth at that wide receiver spot.
Yeah, on a day that D.D. Westbrook rumors were flying hot and heavy, the Vikings pull the wool over our eyes and they go with Albert Wilson instead.
Albert Wilson, 29 years old, been in the league for 7 years, spent time with the Chiefs and the Dolphins. Now the Vikings, baby, and he's going to look best in purple. I got this thread going here.
Everybody looks a little bit better in purple. So before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to the channels, like the vids. We are at, we're well over 7,200 subscribers, on our way to 8,000. So drop hashtag 8,000 in the comments for our next drawing when we do hit that number. So Albert Wilson, let's just talk about Albert first, as opposed to what this might mean for the Vikings' current roster. You mentioned it. I mean, he's a 7-year veteran. He didn't play in 2020. Must have sat out through the COVID year. Coming off a career there, or a season last year, 25 catches, 213 yards, no touchdowns. Not exactly a prolific Miami passing attack, though. So I'm not going to hold anything against him as far as those numbers are concerned last year.
Yeah, he kind of put himself on the map with the Chiefs. He was a guy undrafted out of Georgia State, overachiever, and made some headway, I guess, in the league with the Chiefs. Went to the Dolphins. Like you said, it's tough to gauge how good his last couple of years has been, because on the Dolphins, no wide receiver does anything with the Miami Dolphins. But, I mean, looking at our depth, I mean, he can't be like, this isn't a boring signing by any means.
I think what this means is they're not comfortable having a very young, inexperienced guy in the depth chart. You look at where it sits right now. Obviously, Jefferson, Thielen, KJ Osborne, Smith-Marset, probably BC Johnson. Then it's rookies and it's undrafted rookies. So very, very thin there as far as when you get down to that 5th, 6th spot. So if we're truly going to be running 5 receiver sets, adding a veteran does make some sense. Personally, though, I don't think he's a lock to make this team by any means.
Oh, no. I mean, this is on the same page as our Kendall Wrights, Tajay Sharp, D.D. Westbrook last year, guys that either didn't make the team or didn't see the field very much. And like you said, it's adding more veteran depth. He's a little dude. We don't really have that little guy out there as far as wide receiver. I mean, who's our smallest wide receiver other than him? Chad Beebe?
He's not on the team anymore.
Well, whatever. Right now, we don't really have that little wide receiver. But to be honest, looking back, seeing that he ran a 4.43, I guess I thought he was faster in that.
I mean, you look at 5'9", 4.43, not a great combination together, but 4.43 it's still pretty good speed. Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird, the timing of this whole thing. You're looking at the D.D. Westbrook signing as potentially just bolstering, is that even a word, the punt returner position. Albert Wilson's had 4 kick returns in his career, but nothing as far as the punt return game goes. So maybe that was just we were jumping to conclusions there when we're looking at Westbrook. I don't know.
Yeah, Albert Wilson adds really not a ton to special teams, so it would be pretty much a wide receiver adding depth. I like it. I like the fact they're still making moves. I mean, whatever way you look at it, Albert Wilson would be better than some of these other guys we have on the roster right now at wide receiver. So they're just continuing to make moves to improve the squad. I don't think they're done yet. Maybe D.D. Westbrook still comes here.
Well, and who does this really affect? To me, it affects Blake Prohl. It affects Jalen Naylor. It affects Thomas Hennigan, obviously. Oh. It affects BC Johnson. These guys who are fighting for that last, couple spots on the depth chart. Those are the guys who got to be, okay, I got to step up my game now because we got a veteran here, Albert Wilson, who's been in the league for 7 years and has 218 career receptions now on the team.
I think a lot of those guys you mentioned before that all affect BC Johnson even before this signing. I think he's grasping at straws, and Albert Wilson does not help his case. So, Albert Wilson, welcome to the squad.
Welcome to the squad. We'll see how long we remember you being a Viking. Maybe it'll be for many years to come. Maybe it'll be just a flash in the pan. I don't know. We'll find out soon enough.
We'll see. Can't wait. I think he was on a handful of my fantasy teams back in the day, which also, again, proves the point why I've never won a championship.
Well, he's always that, you're really desperate for a guy, you need a receiver, especially in the league as deep as we're in, to get you a couple of receptions. Albert Wilson was always good for a couple of those.
Well, career high in receptions, 43 actually with the Dolphins in 2019. So 43 with the Dolphins, that equals about 84 with a regular team. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. So we'll see how Albert Wilson pans out with the Vikings. And until we find that out, remember this, Months that begin on a Sunday will always have a Friday the 13th.